Hello. When undertaking due diligence for forest carbon projects for nature-based solutions, one of the key things that you're going to need to consider is forest extent. There are a number of different ways to monitor forest extent and look at those trends over time. But we understand that at the due diligence stage, really what you're looking to do is have a quick sense check and a quick estimate and understanding of what does forest cover look like in this potential project site and how has that changed over time. So here we are using a combination of peer-reviewed global data products, namely the Hansen and the Global Forest Watch data, to give an estimate of forest cover for this particular location. This can be cross-referenced with other global off-the-shelf land cover classification datasets, all of which give you a really good indication of what's going on, but would not be advisable to be used at that kind of verification or validation stage, but really enable you to do a quick analysis of this at the due diligence stage. So if we go to the dashboard here, we can see that there is a general downward trend in the amount of forest cover for this particular area. So coming down from approximately 500,000 hectares down to about 350. So quite a significant decrease. So in terms of understanding and doing the due diligence for this project's location, this gives us a good understanding. At the next stages of that project cycle, we would be looking to do this in a bit more detail using other data sets specifically for this location. In order to apply this workflow to your own project site, I will walk through this just now. So I'm going to just clear the map and clear the workspace. So the first thing that we want to do is to upload a polygon for either our location or a reference site. So this is just a randomly selected location, this time in Indonesia, where previously the example was the Amazon. So if this is my project site or my reference site, I can now go to load project, and then within here I can look at the template project. If I search for forest cover, I can see we're going to estimate forest cover from this deforestation data set. This time we're going to press open, and then we're going to load without areas. So this brings up the workflow. And then to run it for our location, we simply press run. So we now have some data appearing for our project site. The time series can take a minute or two to load, so we'll leave that running. Well, in the meantime, we can go to the dashboard and we can see how this looks. So from the data that we're looking at, it looks like there might have been a significant decrease in forest cover area between 2015 and 2016. And this is a really good example of where this global data set is not the best data set to use to get specific answers for why that happened. But it gives us a good indication that something may have happened around that time that we might want to take a look into, whether it's deforestation activity, or by looking at some of the risk factors, we could begin to look at, well, was there a catastrophic fire event? This data set here is not going to answer that for us, but it's highlighting some of the issues that we might need to dig into in a bit more detail. As with all the data sets on Blox, you can export both the tables and the charts straight out of Blox by clicking on the download button. Go back to the map. The time series is now loaded up. We can drag this over to see more of it. So if we go to 2013, 2014, 2015, and then into 2016, you can see that in particular, this area of forest cover seems to have shrunk quite a bit. So that definitely needs some further analysis with some more specific data sets looking at this area. But this workflow hopefully shows how using some of these big global data products can help you do that due diligence to sort of begin to answer some of the key questions you might have about a potential project site. Thank you very much.